Hey guys, welcome back to Miami football. It's the Miami Redhawks season 2. We took over as head coach last year and took them to a 9-5 season, winning both the MAC Conference Championship game and the Myrtle Beach Bowl. We've been playing on not only Heisman difficulty, but some exceptionally hard settings as well, as we're going to continue to use them in year 2 of this dynasty, and we'll change them as needed. As our first chance to look through the depth chart for the upcoming season, our starting quarterback is going to be none other than the true freshman Tyler Toledo. We thought about starting true freshman George Estes, which was the first guy that we signed for this new program, but just the abilities that he has and the attributes to start out are just not as good as Tyler Toledo. Tyler Toledo starting out here as a 71 overall. He's got 95 throw power with his 90 speed. This man is a dual threat quarterback, and he's got some decently accurate stats. His short accuracy is 86, medium 84, and deep 81. Biggest downside to this guy is his awareness is only a 55, so we'll see how good of plays he makes. But starting out as a 71, I think we're starting in the right direction with him. George Estes is, like I said, the original one that we wanted to be the starter, but with his 82 speed, he's a little bit slower. His 85 throw power is just not quite exactly where we want it to be. He has some nice mental attributes, and his accuracy statistics aren't terrible. His throw on the run is exceptional at an 87 right now, so we'll see. We might be having a little bit of a position battle here relatively soon, depending on what Tyler Toledo does in his first game or so. Other than that, the only other QB on the roster that we've seen before is Henry Hessen, and we saw how that experiment went last year where he threw more interceptions than touchdowns, so he is definitely not starting this year. Starting running back is going to be the redshirt player from last year that we almost thought we lost, Mr. Kevin Davis. This guy is a blazing fast running back. He's an 80 overall, he's got 95 speed and 94 excel. And with his 84 spin move and his 88 juke move, this guy might be off to the races more times than not. Backing him up will be the power back Jordan Brunson. He's got only 85 speed, but he is a bulldozer. He's got a nice truck ability of 91. He has a lot of silver physical abilities, as this guy might be a handful to bring down in the open field, and he'll be also getting some time as our fullback. Wide receiver room is going to look significantly different. Tony Purdom. He's one of the 4-star receivers that we got signed to the program. He has 94 speed as a 6'2 freshman receiver, as he's going to be the number 1 receiver for us right out the gate. Javon Tracy is going to be that wide receiver 2 spot. He had a really nice season for us last year, and I think he's going to continue to have another good season for us this year. Just doesn't quite have the physical attributes to be able to play that outside number 1 like I think that Tony Purdom does have. Reggie Virgil, he had some flashes of greatness, but just kind of didn't really pan out for us. He's going to be sitting at that wide receiver 3 spot as he becomes one of the slower guys on the team, but as a senior player, we're going to love to see if we can get him invested as much as we can for his last year. Eric Fenix is one of the other 4-star receivers that we had signed from last year's class. He comes in immediately with 92 speed, 95 change of direction, so he has silver shifty right out the gate. We're going to be redshirting him so that he improves even more, because we want to be able to give some time for some of the seniors and junior redshirts to be able to play another season or so, since it will be their last. Starting tight end is going to be Connor Briggs, and we got a transfer player, Theo Mellon Olstrom. He's going to be a blocking tight end for us. We're also going to be using him sometimes at the fullback spot. With his 79 speed and his 87 excel, he will get out of the backfield pretty quickly. And he has a nice gold quick drop ability, which might help us out on some of those pass blocking situations. Speaking of pass blocking, let's see how that does this year with our new left tackle, which is going to be Charlie Nank. He played center for us last year and made a quite big improvement as he's up to an 83 overall at left tackle. Nick Nunes is one of the true freshman players that we signed last year. He's going to be starting over here at the left guard spot as a 73 overall. His ability to have second level and screen enforcer should also help us out pretty significantly. Our center is going to be Gregory Smith Jr., as this sophomore redshirt is a 71 overall. The right guard is going to be Alani Ursua, yet another one of the 4-star players that we signed last offseason, as he's coming in as a true freshman 73 overall. He has the second level ability, so him and Nunes being there at the guard spots, if they have enough speed and excel, which they both have above 70 speed and decent excel, they should be able to get into the second level and start laying some nice blocks for Kevin Davis to run into. Then lastly, we have Andrew Lowry playing the right guard spot. He's a redshirt freshman, 79 overall, as this man is massive, 6'8", 310 pounds. This guy is a force to be reckoned with over here at the tackle spot. Now, as we look at the defensive side of the ball, we're going to have Ty Thompson. He is a transfer player we have coming in here as a redshirt junior. Only a 68 overall. We just like the intangibles. He has quite a bit with the 82 speed, 90 excel. I think he has also a decent finesse move at a 77. Well, we just want to see what we have in him. If it's not much, we're going to be starting some of the other players. We have a little bit of depth in there. Not good depth by any means, but we could start somebody else over him if he doesn't really do much for us. Right end, we want to start the young guy. We have a redshirt freshman in Javon Hammonds. He's got 80 speed, 95 excel. He's also one of those faster guys that hopefully we think would make a decent difference. 76 finesse move also still isn't the greatest, but we just kind of want to see what some of the young guys have. D-tackle is definitely going to be a little bit more interesting. We have another 4-star commit from last season, Zach Schobel. He is the true freshman that we're going to be starting out here. And we all know him from last year. Nazir Washington will be the second D-tackle along with him. Let's hope he doesn't get injured for quite as long this year. Looking at our linebacker spots, we have Corbin Hondrew. This is his 5th year senior season, as he's more of a true power rusher by nature, so we might be using him in some of these blitzing linebacker sets to be able to try to get to the quarterback, but hopefully he has enough coverage to be able to stick with some of these receivers or tight ends. Middle linebackers, not the highest overall in the world, but Marco Devi and Kikio Menahu, both 3-star linebackers that we signed last offseason. They're a little bit faster. Over here we're 90 speed and 87 speed for the two of them, but they're both a 66 overall, so this might be a problem for us up the middle. But right outside linebacker, we have another 79 overall in Jackson Kuwach, as he is a senior, yet another power rusher. So we'll see how this kind of goes about, but we look to be trying to send a decent amount of linebacker blitzes this year. Looking at the defensive backs, Rayon Strader didn't really go up a ton of overalls, as he's still an 84 overall, but he does have ball hawk and house call now, so hopefully he'll be getting a little bit more interceptions this year. Walter So, true freshman. He's a 75 overall, which is, I think, the highest freshman that we have in this whole class. He has 95 speed, and he's going to be starting at the cornerback 2 position. Terrion Nichols, transfer player we brought in. He's got 96 speed as a 74 overall with jammer and wrap-up. Free safety, once again, is Mr. Silas Walters. He now has ball hawk in his 5th year season as a redshirt senior. He's got 86 speed and okay coverage abilities. I feel like this guy was just sometimes in every position we wanted him to be in. I feel like this guy just had a nose for the ball and always showed up right where we needed him to be. Jalil Rishad is one of the true freshmen that we got on this squad. He is a 74 overall with a 90 speed. He's going to be starting kind of in that more or less box scenario situation, as just his awareness and play recognition are just not quite good enough to be able to be better than Silas Walters. And it's Silas's last season, so let's let him get the starting nod as he's a senior, and then once he's no longer here, it'll be Jalil's show. Starting strong safety, we have Caleb Tubbs. If we remember from the first season, he was one of our cornerbacks. He had a decent amount of zone coverage and just no man coverage at all, so we ended up actually moving him over to safety in the offseason. He jumps up to an 82 overall. 89 speed is not the greatest in the world, but with 81 zone coverage and now gold house call, I think he should make a pretty significant improvement for us. Eli Blakey still going to be on the roster. Redshirt senior, he was a beast for us last year, had a ton of tackles. He's only has 85 speed, so it's not the greatest in the world, but he, again, was just one of those guys that always knew where to be. And now he not only has house call, but he has silver blow up, so he might be just laying the lumber this year. Special teams again, starting kicker, none other than Dom Dizuban. He is again going to be that guy for us. And then we have Kellen McLaughlin, which will be our punter. Cam Perry's going to be the guy back deep to return the kickoffs yet again. But now it's time for the first game of the regular season. We're going to be traveling to Missouri to take on the Tigers. Looks like in a rainstorm. So just making a treacherous environment even more dangerous, as they're oddly enough rated the same overall as us, as an 81 overall. I was kind of surprised at that because I definitely thought they were rated significantly higher than we were. But being on the road, this is like a sellout, yellow out crowd, and we're gonna have to be on our A game if we're gonna want to have a chance in this one. as we'll start by kicking the ball away. And the regular season for Season 2 is underway in Missouri. Brett Norfleet, the tight end, is the one that we're supposed to be watching this time as the junior comes out to help his offense. Having a new defensive coordinator, which is still a 4-3 scheme, so that ends up working out fine. They're going to run the ball just for about nothing as Jalil Reshad gets his first tackle of his career. They definitely have a significantly better offensive line than our defensive line, so that might bring a big problem for our team, as the blitz is perfectly timed. Luke Evans getting in the backfield. He's one of the newer players for the squad. He was on the team last year, but just so far down in the depth chart that we never even had a chance to let him play. They're going to go underneath, and not going to be enough for the first. Good gang tackle there, and it's going to be a punt. A really good defensive stand immediately for the Redhawks as we're going to try out our offense. As Cam Perry is back deep to return, he gets a little bit of a block, and we'll get out to about the 28-yard line. Time for the first look at the offense. The new starting quarterback, Tyler Toledo. There are 3 freshman offensive linemen and Tony Purdom, the wide receiver. He is also in here as a freshman. So we have a lot of freshmen starting, which could definitely be a big impact for us because that's could definitely be a problem. He's got a step. It's a perfect throw out to Tony Purdom. And speak of the true freshman, it's a huge connection. Tony Purdom from Tyler Toledo. What a shot. Immediately, as soon as we had the motion from the running back out to the right side of the field, the cornerback on the left side ran away from his route, ran away from his defensive assignment, allowing Tony Purdom to get a free release, and his speed is just second to none as he is a burner out there at the wide receiver 1. Well, alrighty then. I mean, 7-0 that early, 2 plays into the game, basically. I mean, we'll take that. Great offensive try there. So, back out on defense again. Can we continue to get some stops? Not looking likely as they're going to get a great run immediately. Jamal Roberts, 14 yards. Really, really good running room for them as they're going to go back on the counter, and he is going to just sniff out another 8 yards up the middle. Kellen Lacey just really doing whatever he wants on that run, as that was a perfect play call. Instead, they're going to go play action fake, and it's almost intercepted by Silas Walters. I mean, Silas was right there and just couldn't hold on to it. Going to be running it. There's a flag down, but they're not going to get the first. Looks like it's going to be a holding on the Tigers. Declining it brings up the 4th down situation and encourages a punt situation rather than giving them another opportunity to pick it up on 3rd and long. So we'll take over at the 23. 1st and 10. Back on the ground game for Kevin Davis. Gets a couple yards. 2nd down and 7. Throwing it over the middle. Caught for a nice 1st down to none other than Tony Purdom. We're definitely poised for Tony Purdom to just take a huge step up for this offense for us, as he is just one of those guys that you can really build a franchise around. Direct snap to the running back, Kevin Davis. Good vision, almost gets the first. Big 3rd down. Crowd is pumping right now. Kevin Davis is going to find his way for a 1st down. Takes a licking, though. 1st and 10 after the pickup. Going to be throwing it over the middle. It's caught for a 1st down to Reggie Virgil. And Tyler Toledo has just been on the money right now. He has been nailing it. Run up the middle, and Kevin Davis is down. That is not good. This is early in the season. 2nd down and 9. Throwing that one. It is deflected. He just didn't have enough under it. Very unfortunate that he did not have enough under it. Bringing up a 3rd down situation. Throwing it. It is caught for a 1st down. Beautiful throw. Kevin Davis has hip bursitis, so we're going to be substituting him out. We don't want that to be an injury for the rest of the season. So he took a shot after that delivery, but it was beautiful because he's able to pick up a 1st down. Good little vision there from the running back, Danny Dunlop. He's one of like the 3rd string running back for us. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. Going to keep it with the quarterback. And instead, he's going to run for the first down. Tyler Toledo is just making the plays that we're supposed to make. Danny Dunlap can't find his way in. Second down. Throwing, and he's down under pressure, and he's going to get sacked. Huge sack from Missouri to bring us to a real long situation for a touchdown, but it will get to the end of the first quarter, and it's 7-0 Miami, as we've been kind of dominating them so far. So it's third down and goal situation, throwing it, open guy, Reggie Virgil to the 3. I think this is one of the situations that we kind of have to go for here. The angle for the kick is not ideal, so we're going to be going forward on fourth down. Running, he's going to get in for the touchdown. A beautiful play. Jordan Brunson gonna find his way into the end zone, and it is a 14-0 lead Miami early. As that was a beautiful 5.5-minute drive on, I think it was 15 or 16 plays. Took forever. That is what we like to see. So on first down, they're going to go back to the ground game with the receiver for no gain at all. Going straight no huddle. Trying to find something that's going to work for them, because right now nothing has been effective. Going with play action. Throwing it, and it is going to be intercepted. A beautiful interception from Jalil Reshad. He's making his presence felt all over the field today. Had a TFL on the first snap of Missouri's possession on the first drive, and then now he gets an interception in the second quarter. The true freshmen are making their mark in this game so far. But 1st and 10 after the interception, is it something that we can just put some points up quickly? Going to be a quick throw to Danny Dunlap, gets 9 yards. Trying out this new playbook has been fantastic for the offense, as we have been way more efficient. 1st and 10 after the great pickup. Throwing it, he's going to underthrow him by a lot. Oh, it must have slipped or something in the rain. Definitely not an ideal slip up, as we're going to get an even better run from Danny Dunlap right away. Gets another first down. Back on the ground game. Going to keep it with the QB. Takes a big shot. Definitely don't like our quarterback taking some shots like that. But here we go, out to Danny Dunlap to the outside. He's going to try to power his way in, and he gets to the first down, and it's 1st and goal. Well, hey, we're going to go right back to the same thing we did last time. We're going to go with a little jet sweep. Can we get to the outside? And he's going to waltz his way straight into the end zone. It's Jordan Brunson with yet another touchdown on the day for him. As it's 21-0. This is kind of a rout on the road. Sliders have not changed. Nothing has changed except we got a couple 4-stars on the squad now. So we'll kick it away, and I mean, man, this is shocking. Missouri needs to do something quick. I think it's time we just send a little pressure here. Try to send a little message, as we are going to get right to him right away. Caleb Tubbs only gains a yard. Nice tackle from him. Bring it up 2nd down and 9. Throws a quick little in route. He makes the nice catch, but it's not quite enough for the first. 3rd down and inches. Going to run with it. He gets the first, just barely. Jamal Roberts inches over the line. 1st and 10 situation then. Throws a little reverse zig over the middle. Rayon Strader makes the tackle. Defense for the Redhawks has been significantly better so far, except for that exact time that I say it, as they're going to get a huge gain, and he's all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Why do I say it? Every single time I say it, it's a massive play. And there it is. We knew it was a matter of time. We knew that they were going to score at some point. It just depended on which fashion they were going to do it. Jamal Roberts just taking it to the house. But as they kick it off, so it's 21-7. And we have just under 3 minutes, so there is enough time for sure to be able to try to get a drive here of our own, as we'll start at the 22. Probably want to try to just go right to the ground immediately. Danny Dunlap is going to get about 3 yards, starts the clock moving. 2nd down and 7. Throwing over the middle. Caught for a first down, and keep the chains moving to Tony Purdom. 1st and 10 after the 2-minute warning. Throwing it over the middle. It's caught for a couple yards, but there is a flag down. Going to be a holding. Dang, that's unfortunate, as that's going to send us back. Alani Ursua. So it's going to be a 1st and 20 now. As running around with it, there is a flag down and a 1st down catch, but yet another hold. This one's going to be the other freshman, Andrew Lowry. As we're back to 1st and 30, boys. All right, well, 1st and 30. Can we do anything here? Just going to run with the QB, as he's got some serious speed, and he gains a huge gain to 2nd and 11. Really good read from Tyler Toledo, just to be able to start moving the chains a little bit here. Throwing it on the run. He's hit as he releases, and it goes nowhere. 3rd down and 11. Throwing it. It is deflected, incomplete, and 4th down. Tried to give our star the opportunity for a jump ball there towards the sideline, figuring it would either be incomplete or a 1st down catch. But instead, it's going to end up being a punt situation, so we'll get a punt off, and that's actually a fantastic bounce out at the 10-yard line, which I think is enough to warrant a blitz situation. Going to try to send it quick. Throwing it on the zig, complete for 9 yards and out of bounds. We can basically just get a tackle for a loss here. Should make them have to really think about what they're doing. Going to go out to the flat. It's a good gain, enough for the 1st down, and he's out of bounds. So can Missouri make a little drive here? They're thinking about it. 1st and 10 situation. Dropping back to throw. It is over the middle, a few yards, and a timeout is called. Don't really know if I agree with the choice there of trying to basically just get a few yards and call a timeout. As this one they'll just throw out of bounds. It's 3rd down. 3rd down and 6. Dropping back. Throwing it, and he missed him. Threw it too high. Good job underneath coverage, forcing the high throw. It's going to give us another punt situation and give us another opportunity to get some points before the half. There being just 30 seconds left. Cam Perry back deep to return. He has an opportunity with a good block, but he's down to the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 situation. Might try something a little bit risky here. Tries to throw it, can't throw it. Down he goes, and we're just going to take it to the half. So we get to halftime, as it is 21-7 Miami over Missouri. This is kind of an interesting one. Tony Purdom, 5 targets, 3 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown. He has been an animal for us in his debut. Same for Tyler Toledo, though. He has also been super clutch for us. On the defensive side of the ball, Jalil Reshad, he has been great as a true freshman for us. So it's nice to see some contributions from some of the guys day one, as we can't wait to just witness them continuing to grow every single day and every single year, as they're going to become studs for this program. So we will receive the ball to start the 2nd half, as Lionel Billip Williams gets the return out to about the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 situation. Running it up the middle, and it's absolutely walloped. I mean, absolutely nothing doing on that. Throws it quick. Out to Danny Dunlap to a 3rd and 3 situation. Good read. Crowd is going crazy for this 3rd down situation. Throwing it quick. It is caught, and a 1st down to Javon Tracy. Good job just moving the chains, trying to get Tyler Toledo's running ability involved in this thing early, as he gets a nice opportunity to get a good run, as he's going down the sideline, and he's knocked out at the 40. A great run from Tyler Toledo, using his speed out in the open field, gets a huge 1st down. 28 yards on the run. And wow, what a play blown up from Missouri. 2nd down and 12 situation. Throwing that one quick over the middle. Reggie Virgil's going to get the 1st down. So far, Tyler Toledo is just making the safe plays. That's what he's pretty much being known for right now, as we're going to get a good run up the middle for 7 yards. But a big hit on Danny Dunlap. Not a big fan of how many running backs we've had to go through so far, as we're on Ringer now, as he's going to get to 3rd and inches. Borderline going to run out of running backs on this roster. Instead, up the middle, 1st down for Danny Dunlap. 1st down just outside the red zone, basically. Under pressure, no one open, and he goes down for a sack. That's a big, big sack. Second down and 20, motioning running back out to the side. Throwing it deep, it is caught for the touchdown. A beautiful throw to Cam Perry on the run, and Tyler Toledo's lighting it up. Holy Toledo, this man is on fire. What a throw from Tyler Toledo. Just found the weakness there with the fast receiver on the linebacker and drills it. As it's now 28-7. Crowd is stunned here in Missouri. 1st and 10 for Missouri. Gonna try to run the ball, and Jalil Reshad. Jeez, let him breathe for a bit there, bud. 3-yard loss. I mean, this is kind of absurd right now. They are just suffocating this team. Good open field tackle from Caleb Tubbs. This is going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. They're going to try to send a little bit of pressure here. Looks like they want to go no huddle to try to keep us off balance, as it does work. And he breaks a tackle. Man, this guy is crazy. He is the only one that's really doing most of the damage right now. Jamal Roberts having himself a day. Going no huddle yet again. Gonna have to reset this because all this motion is demolishing us. And the run is actually gonna be stopped. He actually took some damage as well, which is nice, but they are really taking it to us right now with this no huddle stuff. This has been tough to keep up with. Going with the ground game again in a 1st down, Jamal Roberts. Can we find a way to stop this guy? Right now we can't find anything. Nothing's been effective. Just basically running the ball down our throats right now. And they're throwing that one. It is. Oh, and wow, Walter So missed it. Walter So had an opportunity to rob him, but instead gets mossed. And that is a good open field tackle from Marco Devi. 2nd down and goal. Probably expecting yet another run, as we do expect the run, and it's beautiful. Eli Blakey blows it up. Going to look on 3rd down. What do we have here? Great deflection. Rayon Strader. Huge play. Holding them to a field goal on the 5-yard line is crazy work. Great job, defense, as this is definitely an improved defense from firing the coordinator last year in the offseason to hiring the new one this time. It's definitely been an upgrade, as it even took a decent amount of time off the clock. Cam Perry looking for a return out to the 20-yard line as we'll start the offense again. 1st and 10, motioning Tony Purdom over. He's got some space, not enough though, as he only gets about a yard. 2nd down and 9. Going to try to keep it with the quarterback. Doesn't get anything, loses a little bit. And we'll head to the 4th quarter, as it's 28-10 Miami. Really just doing very efficient work on offense. Motioning over Javon Tracy. Throwing it. Beautiful stop on a dime to the tight end. That was a great read from Tyler Toledo, and he just fires that thing in like a missile with his 95 throw power. As we'll get 2 yards on the run. We're down to 2nd down and 8. Tyler Toledo breaking a tackle. Gets a good run, and he gets a 1st down to midfield. As we're going to start chewing some clock here. Let's try to more or less just get out of this game with a lead and with the win. Danny Dunlap, what are you doing there, buddy? Run inside it. 2nd down and 10. Throwing it incomplete. Just couldn't get it in there fast enough, as they're going to make a great deflection, forcing a 3rd and 10 situation now. On 3rd and 10, dropping back to throw, drops it off to the tight end, who gets a few yards and stays in bounds, but not enough for the 1st. Really just dominating in time of possession. And that has really been the name of this game so far. Time of possession has been such a huge factor. 18-8. The advantage Miami, where they just can't score if they don't have the ball. That's kind of been the name of the game so far. And it's been working pretty well. Good throw underneath. To the tight end for a first down. They're going to try to drive. Not really a lot of pressure. We were hoping for a little bit more pressure, but they do have a crazy offensive line that we just can't keep up with. So 2nd down and 3. Throwing it. It is caught. Wow, good catch. Really kind of surprised he actually held on to that pass. But it's 1st and 10 nonetheless. So looks like they're going to go right over the middle, and it's knocked out. Eli Blakey gets the best of him that time, as it is an incompletion. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Throwing it out to the corner. He catches it. Good throw. We thought it was almost too high for a minute there. We're going to have to find a way to just continue to stay in man coverage. I mean, that's the only thing that's like semi-working right now. Otherwise, they are just having free real estate all day out there against this zone coverage. He's just torching it well. Good throw deep down the sideline, and it is knocked incomplete. Try to test him deep. I mean, he got beat the last time that happened, but this time did not have the same success. As we throw that one, it's knocked incomplete. Great coverage. Luke Evans making a good hit on the receiver to make him lose the ball. And this time it is going to be intercepted by Luke Evans. Great way to seal the deal, as it's a terrible throw over the middle of the field, and Luke Evans has been all over everything today. And he comes down with the interception to seal the fate of the Tigers, as we're going to get our first win here in year 2. Pretty convincing fashion for being on the road. So that'll do it. We end up actually breaking one loose for a touchdown there while trying to run out the clock. So we win 34-10. That's a convincing win on the road for this Redhawk team, as Tyler Toledo had a great day in his debut. 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 78% completion percentage. So we had a very efficient offense, and the defense played really, really well, except whenever we were trying to play against Roberts. But I'm super pleased with how the true freshmen have been starting out, at least in day 1 in front of a huge crowd, as we put up just under 400 yards of total offense. Again, like we said, Tyler Toledo making himself known with the first game of his career. 18 for 23, 278, and 2 touchdowns. Even had a couple Wildcat plays here, so some of these touchdowns aren't really realistic since they were Wildcat. But it's nice to have in our playbook now that we switched playbooks after talking it over with the coordinator. We're still in the spread playbook, we're just using a different one this time. It definitely fits our play style better. As far as on the ground, Danny Dunlap, 14 carries for 50 yards. Tyler Toledo, 9 for 32. 6 for 15 for Kevin Davis. We just had to split the carries between a bunch of people. Kevin Davis had a huge hit early on, forced him out of the game in the first quarter. Danny Dunlap started getting some damage to him. Tyler Toledo had some damage on him. So we even had Josh Ringer out here getting some carries. But very, very good job of spreading the ball around. Tony Purdom, 5 catches for 108 and a touchdown. Reggie Virgil had 5 for 72. 3 for 29 for Danny Dunlap. Jordan Brunson himself got 2 touchdowns. Nick Nunes even had 8 pancakes in his debut. Caleb Tubbs led the defense in tackles with 6. A TFL for Jalil Reshad, Luke Evans, and Dalvin Ellerby. No sacks, oddly enough, in the game, but 2 interceptions, one from Jalil Reshad and one from Luke Evans. So after advancing to the next week, we're looking at the recruiting. We actually are doing really solid in recruiting right now. We have a 5-star on the board, a right tackle that we are absolutely killing it over top of Michigan and Cincinnati and some of those other schools. So we're going to keep putting the pedal to the metal on him. Same with this cornerback, another 5-star. Now, North Carolina is looking at them, so we have to make sure that we're going full send immediately on this guy so we can try to get him locked up. Kentrell Eakin, already scheduled for a visit. He's going to come next week as we're playing Cincinnati, which is perfect because they are not only our rivals, but also second place in his interested school list. So we want to make sure that he does not go to our rivals. Considering this man has 97 speed, would be a huge, huge bonus for us. Otherwise, we're doing pretty well on pretty much all of these 4-stars we're going for, and we even have a ton more 4-stars down here that I haven't even had a chance to scout that hardly anyone's even going after. So we'll see if we can get some more hours back here shortly so we can start adding some scholarships and scouting some more players. But it's a bye week this week in week 2, so we'll just be going right on along to the next week. So after advancing to the next week, looks like Another update, right tackle still trucking along here. We now can schedule a visit. We scheduled a visit for week 5 as we're entering the top 5 stage, just about getting closer and closer to the top 3 stage. And by the time we get to week 5, I mean, it might be an opportunity for us to insta-commit this guy because he would be just such a huge player to add to our program. Everyone's basically backing off of Eric Mare, the cornerback, as he's a 5-star guy. We definitely want to join. North Carolina just straight up removed him from the board. I'm not going to decrease my points by any means because I just want to lock out some of these teams real quick before they have an opportunity to jump back in. And Kentrell Eakin's looking real solid at this point. Just about to enter the top 3 stage as we play this week against Cincinnati. And if we have a great game against them, we basically should be able to insta-commit this guy. But so to start the season, I'd say that this team has been a very big surprise. This has been a thrilling offensive production so far from Tyler Toledo and company. Tony Purdom has been everything we've wanted and more. And the defense even played pretty well against a decent team in Missouri on the road. So if we can continue to be able to play like that, I mean, really the sky's the limit right now with this team. I think our coach's goal was to win about 7 games. And I definitely think we're going to probably destroy that one because we are looking pretty spicy so far. The ability we had to be able to just spread the ball around, get so many people involved, is a really good sign for the offense because we are not one-dimensional by any means. Defensively, I would love to get a little bit more sacks because we really didn't have enough pressure in that last game. But again, like we said, the line, it was just so much better for Missouri than it was for us, as that's just a huge deciding factor. Plus, being on the road, that also does not help for getting a good pass rush. So we'll see how we do in the next one, but we'll be taking on our rivals, Cincinnati. As the last time we played against Cincinnati, they beat us. So we are looking for revenge, as they were really part of the middle of that 3-game slide at the beginning of the season that just didn't have us looking pretty good. But I believe right after that, we're going to be playing against Miami pretty soon too. So that's also going to be a very big test. Cincinnati, though, is currently already ranked at 22 in the country, as they have also been a team that's just absolutely killing it lately. So we're definitely going to have to be on our A game if we're going to want to come away with this victory. Definitely lucky that it's at home this time, because that is going to make a significant difference. Last time we were getting absolutely demolished through the beginning of the game, and we barely tried to make a comeback, but it just was way too little too late. It ended up working out great for Cincinnati. But it's time for us to get our revenge. We want to get a win, and we want to beat our rivals. We need to even the playing field. We've added a handful of stars, and it's time for them to get introduced to the Bearcats. But I think we found a starting quarterback in Tyler Toledo. Unfortunately, George Estes probably not getting an opportunity for a position battle. Tyler Toledo, I think, blew me away with my expectations. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Did Tyler Toledo do enough to earn the starting bid for sure? Or do you still want to have a George Estes position battle? I think time will tell. We'll have to see how the rest of the season goes. But for right now, Tyler Toledo is absolutely killing it. But we'll see how he does at home, which will be his home debut. So I will see you guys in that one, as this will be about all for this current video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, why don't you check out one of these videos.